The Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA Kenya, has challenged the government to utilize critical data from the Kenya Demographic Health Survey 2022 to improve its budgeting and policy making. According to the Institute, the Kenya Demographic Health Survey 2022 showed majority of Kenyans do not have any form of health insurance 5 years after the government launched the Universal Health Coverage Program. During the analysis of the Kenya Demographic Health Survey 2022 held in Nairobi, the stakeholders called on the government to use the demographic data and align it with its priorities, particularly the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs.
We are able actually to advocate for better policy decision making in this country. Number two, I know the report from KDHS was published, and the discussions, particularly touching on health and women. I think the perspective, we want to bring some more perspective into that.
Women were being asked, have you experienced domestic violence? And someone will say, no, gender-based violence, and they will say, no, I've never been beaten. But then they will go ahead to say, unajua mzee hata alikuja akanivunjia soko yangu, akachukua mboga na pesa zangu. So you can tell that from the previous Kenya Demographic Health Survey, the understanding of gender-based violence was limited to only the domestic violence, which is just a type of gender-based violence. So
we have very huge libraries in the universities. In fact, in Kenyatta University, our library is 10 floors. And all those 10 floors are full of research data that has been generated by professors, faculty, and also the students. Unfortunately, that data is generated through a lot of money. We use a lot of money to do research, but it does not reach the general public.
A demographic health survey report will be released. It will be a buzz. But how then? It will have very many numbers. How then do you crunch those numbers for day-to journalism? That should be our aim as journalists, to go beyond, to dig deeper, to bring more refreshing content to our viewers, and help to, to keep abreast.
Something about KBS